Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel CAD Engineer. In this part of video, we are going to learn about generative sheet metal design. To start the generative sheet metal design, we can go to start, mechanical design, and we can take here generative sheet metal design. So we have already taken this window. So once you enter in the window, you can see that all the tools are deactivated here. To activate the tools, what we will do, we'll have to define the sheet metal parameters. So here we'll click on sheet metal parameters, and we can define the thickness value and the band radius value that need to be defined. Now we'll do OK here. So once we define that sheet metal parameters, we can see that all the tools become active. Now when we're working the sheet metal, there's some definitions that we should know. Okay, so one option is called like a band allowances. What is band allowances? Like when we banding a sheet, so we do the band calculation, so how much the metal is going in the banding, so that calculation done by some numerical formulas. We'll put the mathematical formulas and we just calculate the total length that we need to go in the banding, so that extra length will take it, so that will be called band allowance. And opposite of that is called band deductions. Once you have made a sheet, like you're flattening that banded sheet into flat, so what you have to do, you have to remove that extra material that is forming due to banding and all to achieve the flat metal again. That is called band deduction. Then there's some term is called like K factor. K factor is like it's a ratio of maximum thickness upon the minimum thickness of the sheet metal part body. And if we describe what is sheet metal is a metal piece of metal, or you can say a sheet of metal which have some specific thickness. Now if I talk about what exactly the specific value, so minimum less than 6 mm, that is a value. If we take that, will become a sheet metal part. If the thickness will be more than 6 mm, it will become a plate body. So we'll always consider the sheet metal value to be less than 6 mm. Now where this sheet metal is getting used in industry? Sheet metal is getting used like in aerospace, for car designing, for making AC, ducts, cooler bodies, okay, and a lot of fabrications work and all that will industries, it is getting used in the industry, okay. So if we get one more simple definition of that sheet metal, like we can say the sheet metal have a tendency to bending and unbending. The metal which can be do have a bending and unbending tendency, that will be a sheet metal body, and which do not have that bending and unbending tendency or the folding and unfolding tendency, that cannot be considered to be sheet metal part. Now to start, so we have already activated sheet metal parameters. Once the sheet metal parameter activated, it will show you there. If you want to edit anything, you can double click here and you can further change that things from here. Now we can start with the first tool. It's called wall tool. If you want to make a simple walls, sheet metal wall, we can directly go for the sketch tool, or we can draw the wall directly. Let me take wall. So here we have to define the profile and we have to select one plane, and we can specify that sketch of like how the wall to be created. Okay, so let me put some dimension to this, like it is 150, and this to be something 75. So right now I'm making a very simple wall, like exit it, and here the thickness that is getting added only in one direction. You want to take it where like the thickness to be divided half of both sides, you can use this method, or you can keep one direction. So you can decide accordingly how you want to keep it and do OK. So once we created that, now we can use the second option is called wall on edge. Okay, if you by selecting the edges, if you want to produce any wall, you take this option. We can select the edges and we can specify the height of the wall, what the height of the wall need to be taken. You can pick this arrows to control, or you can type it here. I said exactly 45 length I want to take it out. If you want to change any angle, we can specify the angle here. Okay. Now we have some clearance mode is there, like if you want to put some clearance here, basically how that band part you want to make back side or front side, or maybe you don't want to keep it no clearance. Right now this position is called no clearance method, or we have two methods, monodirectional and bidirectional. Let me take monodirectional. Monodirectional means I can add some extra value, that side band value, it will be add some extra metal, or you can just move inside also, that will be reduce that particular metal from there. You can see the preview. Or you take it bidirectional. It will bidirectional means that it will be taking only that outside only, do not add inside. You can add one directional, you can say the value, it will take automatically some value, that's 4, it is fixed. Now we have some options that extremities you can control the wall from sides also. If you want to give some offset value, you can put offset like I put 20 here and 20 that side. You can see it's going outside. Okay, I want to make inside. Let me put -20. You can put it here. I put -20. So you can see that both side it'll be just the wall has been limited now. So if you want to make limited wall, that way we can use it and do okay. Okay, now like one more thing, when we're making this kind of walls, if you want to add some you can say clearance and all, in that cases you can choose from here also like what type of method you are using. I want to put some reliefs and all, we can use it to okay. And you can see here some reliefs are added here. It's why it's small, because the band is outside. If you're making the band to be inside, we can see that bigger relief. Let me change a little bit more on the wall and edge, and we'll just take to monodirectional and making the wall little inside. So let me put it minus, or let me move this side by the mouse and preview. You can see that how it is added here. So if you need to be add some clearance in such a way, you can tell how much that metal to be keep inside, so it will be add a clearance from here. Let's do okay here. So this is how we can make wall on edge tool. Now we have one tool is called basically the extrusion method. You want to make direct walls, you can take this. You want to draw something on faces, you can select on faces also, you can draw it. Let me make some wall here. I want to make wall on this face. Let me draw. So we'll just have the sketch here and we'll exit it, and we'll make a simple wall. We can reverse the direction, which side I need. We can change the direction, and we can now control the height and all and do okay. So like this I have made it. Now when we're doing this, it will give you one warning here. Warning is what it's telling, this no union has been done. It means what, this part is not connected with this part body, it's just only placed here. Okay, if we want to keep any component to place, we can use this method. We have other methods are there, by that we can connect it, but initially it is not connected. Let's see one more thing in this. Let me take a new file for this. I'll go to part and okay. So let me activate sheet metal parameter for the new part and do okay. So you want to make any of the wall, like maybe you are making individual profile and you know exactly what should be the shape you have to take. Let me just take some shape. So if we know the design shape, you can go with the design. Okay, let me have like this. I just created simple design. Okay, and I want to convert into sheet metal part. So we'll exit and we'll take extrusion method. So extrusion will be converted into wall, like the extrusion, and we can see here it's converted into wall. So if you want that everything should be remain connected, I want to in that way I want to keep it. Okay, so here we can control the dimensions and all. Okay, you want to make mirror extend like part model, we can do that mirror extend also. It means that we can control both sides. Let me do okay initially. So all the bands will be added automatically. Now it is one single part right now. It's only one single part. Now what I want to divide this part into a single like components, like commands. We'll go to extrusion and we'll use one option is called exploded method. So what will happen, it will just make into exploded view. Let's do okay and check. So here we can see it's just have a wall and wall on edges. So it shows you like this main wall, on that we have made a wall on edge here, then wall on edge like this. We can see that part has been completed. So there's two ways to make this kind of situation we can create it. Okay, now next we'll see how to use that different type of flanges we can make. Okay, let's see. Let's get back to that other part one. So let me delete something from here. Okay, now we'll take walls, flanges here. That's called swept walls. So first method is called flange. We can select edge, and which side, like I selected upper edge, so it's making downward. If I select lower edge, let me cancel and take it again. If I select lower edge, it will make upper side. Okay, so here we can tell the length of the wall that we have to take it. One extra thing we have apart from the previous command wall on edge, angle you can add it, and apart from that you have one extra radius or less radius, increase and decrease of the radius, you can do it here. Okay, now let me do okay like this. I can make a wall, and we can also make the wall by our decision how we want to make. That is called like sketch based wall, we can say. Okay, that we can relimit it like actually. So let me relimit the same one. If you want to relimit that wall, we can use relimited here, and we can tell that relimited from where, or by using point or planes we can do that. So I can make one thing here. Let me create some plane to limit that. Let me create some plane here, add some distance 25, and let me make the other side also. I'll create plane with the help of this particular plane, reverse direction. I'll keep 25, and we'll see here that what happened, the wall has become limited in the particular two planes, in between two planes. Okay. So like this we can make like flange on between also by using relimited method. Next we'll see how to make hem shape. Okay, we'll take this hem shape, we'll select the edges where we need to apply the hem. So we'll select one okay, let me change this to basic. So here also limited option is there. Limited option same like this. Okay, so we can take that. Here we can control the radius value, what radius to be required, and let me put it like 4 radius. You can see it is reduced, and you can control that overall length you want to take it. Let me take 60. So like this I can make a wall. Do okay. Next we'll see how to use teardrop. So we'll see another hem type. We'll go to teardrop, we'll select this, so, and it will specify again the basic shape. So you can reverse the direction also if you want to take other direction. Now here you can control again the total length and the radius value, how much you required it, and do okay. So like this we have made it. Now we're going to see that how to use user flange method, how to make a user flange method. Let me delete it. So user flange method is like manually we can specify the sketches and all, how we have to make that. So go to user flange, and we have to specify one side of the faces where we want to make that. So let me specify my profile. I said along this face I'm going to draw that. So we'll have to define a manual sketching how I want to achieve my flange design. So I have given this design. Now one thing, when we're making this, we should make coincide corners and the sketch, and another thing, that should be tangent with this particular axis. So if you're making tangent, then only it will be going to add it here. Now we'll exit it. So here one thing is called, it's asking spine to define. Spine is the line along that it will sweep. Basically we'll just specify the spine, and we can see it has been sweep along that particular edge. Do okay. So like this we can make a metal flange, or we can say user flange here. Now next we have let's see another options. So we have covered this part. Now let's see, if you want to add like some bendings and all, how you can do that. We have some options called bend. Okay, so we'll see that this is called like a cylindrical bend, and this is called conical bend. So if you have any wall separately you added, or something, any design you added separately, and you want to add a bending between them, there you can use it. Let me add one line here. So we'll define, I want to take completely to all the edges. Let me specify here coincide, and okay, I have this to be coincide here. Do okay. So I'll just exit it, and we'll make that wall extrude wall here. So I'll reverse the direction, use invert direction, and do okay. Let me add some depth also, then we'll do okay here. So I want this to be joined. We can see that it's saying no union. Means this separate wall, this separate wall. To union it, we'll use this method, is called bend method. So in the bend method, we have to select two walls to specify that as one wall is this, and one wall is this. Okay. So when we're doing this, we have to make the arrow to be in same direction. Now one is opposite, one is other direction. So we'll change this arrow direction and see the preview. So here you can see it will be add a bend. So if you want to change the radius value, you can change here. You can right click here, and you go to formulas, and you can say edit. So, or what we'll do, this little cancel it here. We'll just deactivate that. We'll right click here and say deactivated formula. So you can change this value. Anything like this which is fixed, you can deactivate it, and you can give your new radius value also. So you can see that it is added here. Now this is a cylindrical bend type. We can read it here, it's cylindrical bend. Now we have one more part is there, that is called a conical bend. We can apply conical bend also. We'll take this method. Again, support 1 and support 2, we can take it out, and we can give 2 radiuses value. Let me put it here 4 and this to be 8. Preview. Again, that arrow, like what happened, it's going this side, but I need that side, so change the arrow direction. Preview. So we can see that it is just have a conical bend, a variable bend, we can say, simple language. Now next, we can do any matter to be bent by using sketch bend method. Let's see that how to do that. So we have the tool name is called like here bend from flat. Okay, so in this we can draw a sketch profile. From there we want to bend it, we just take this and we'll select that sheet metal part, and we can put one bending line. From there I want to do the bending. Okay, how you want to do the bending, you can specify your bend line, and you can do exit. Now we can specify the bend direction, downward or upper side. Let's see the preview first. So you can see that what happened, it's going other side. If you want to change the direction, you can click on the arrow and preview, it will be go downward side. So how the bending is required, if you want to change any angle, you can change the angle also and do okay. Now we'll see how to use folding and unfolding method. Okay, so if you add bends in your part body, you want to unfold them. Let me create another part, so we'll see more better way. So when this folding and unfolding is useful, basically whenever we have complex design is there, in that cases we want to make the part to be add more features, more cuts or more other features to be added. Normally it's not possible to add. In that cases we use this tool, okay, to just make it flatten view, and we can work, apply some operation, and we can make it flat again, or that bend again. So now let me add a wall first and do okay. Let me add some wall and edges. Let's take wall and edges. Let me use it 0 here and 0 here. Let me select all the edges and keep it angles to be exactly 90 degrees, and let's reduce some height and do okay. So some bend issues it's showing. Let's check what is the problem. So we haven't defined anything preview. Let me put it for mono. The bend is intersecting each other actually. So we can reduce this to and preview. Okay, it's also making a problem. We need more. 3 will be okay, I think. Let's try do okay. So in 3 also it's making a problem. So we have to see where it is accepting that area. We'll just keep that much. 4 is okay, I think. Yeah, 4 is okay. So here we got the part. Now we want this to be flat with the help of folding and unfolding method. So we have this tool is there to flat the sheet. If you want to work on particular faces, you can use unfolding method. Go to unfold. Okay, and this unfold and fold, we have 2 things. Okay, so first we'll do unfold. We need to define one reference face or fixed face. I say this face is fixed, and we have to select that fold to be like flat and preview. So you can see that it becomes straight. If you need that only, you do okay. If you need more faces to select, you can select more faces. Let me select the second also preview or okay. You can see that both faces become flat. Now if you want to make any design on this faces, you can select this faces and sketch on it, and I can apply operation. For example, I want to do some rectangular cutout here. Let me make it again. So we'll just specify I want to do some cutout here, and I'll put a pocket. That's called, we can take the tool is extrude the cutout, and you can define, I'll put it this to line to skin, so it will only cut the skin part. Do okay. Similarly, like if I want to work on that face, maybe I want to create, or maybe I want to cut something else, we can define. I said I want to cut some shape on this particular face. We can specify the shape and all, and exit. We'll have again cut this, and we'll use line to skin again, and okay. Like this cut it. Now like this two operation I have applied. Now what we'll do, we'll fold it back. So the option is called folding. So we click on this tool and we have to select that again, the one reference face, and we have to select that folds that we have to fold it. You can select one by one or you can select together also, and preview and okay. Okay, like this you can see that we have added design also and it's folded back. So that will be added as operation here, folding and folding, you can see here. Now if you want to only see the flattened view of any part body, you can have this option. You can click fold and unfold. That is only for view purpose. It do not add any operation, but it's for view purpose we can do it. So you can click back, it will show you normal. Now we have one more thing is called point or curve mapping. If you want to obtain like basically the flat curve of this part, so we can do that. We can take this option and we can select that edges where I need to get a flattened view of that particular edges from the body. Now what is the benefit? If you make it flat again, you can see that will be overlap that particular area. Let me make one folded view and you can see that is overlap that particular area. So if anywhere we need to get a flattened curve of that particular part body, we can use this option. Now let's get back. Next we'll see how to use different type of like tools here. We have directly cutting tools are there. So in the cutting tools, we have first we have seen normal cutout. We can use normal cutout. Any cutout we have to do, we can take this tool. We'll go to sketch. We'll select the face. So we can define the design on the part faces and we can have a cut of that part. Let me have some design here. I'll have a close sketch and exit. So right now initially I'm using line on skin, but here let me take, I want to cut that area also. Let me use this and I'll say up to reverse direction and preview. So you can see it's only cutting that one part. Let me change to last preview, so it will be cut other side also. So like same as the pad option that we have learned, we can apply that. Now we have some or more thing, like if you want to add any holes directly, you take hole tool and you can select the location where you need to add a hole. So you can specify the diameter of hole what you require. Let me change this to 8 and do okay. If you want to change the position of this, you can go to that whole part and sketch of that. You can double click on that and you can specify the location exactly where you want to locate this particular hole. Let me put some, like this is 9, and let me change this to some distance 10 and exit. So it will be just positioned according to our requirements. Now next we have one more type is there. If you have circular cutouts are there, or circular thing is there, you want to add cutout on that, you take this tool. Like I want to add on bends, we'll select the particular bend. We can add, like you can tell the radius value. Let me take it 8, preview. So it will be cut that exactly that portion by this method. That's called circular cutout. So next is if you want to change the corner types here, you go to this option and by default we have circular type is there. Okay, so by default, sorry, it's a rectangle type, but we want to change circular type. We can select it and we can add a circular type also. You can see you can change the radius value here. Let me put little more and do okay. Okay, like this we can add circular. If you want to change the rectangular type, some depth and all, you can do that. Take rectangular type. That's called square type, and in the square type maybe you want to increase some depth and all. Okay, you can do that. We can also add some manual design also if you want to do that. That's called user defined. We'll go to this option and we'll take that option is to user profile. We'll say yes here. It will automatically make the flat sheet. You can define the location where you want to do that, like flatten, and you want to do that. So you can define some design. I said I want to remove my material from that part. Let me have some lines to be added. So I'll add one line here. So let me make this to be exactly tangent with this. And I'm going to trim some portion here and we'll see now how it will be cut that material from the part body. Exit and okay, we can see one support is not selected. Let me select the second support and preview. Okay, you can see that it is removed that material. So you can define any particular design also you want to take it, and you can add a cutouts. Next, let's get it normal view again. Now if you want to add any chamfers or fillets to the part body, you can do that also. We'll take this tool, we can select edges where we need to add some fillets, and we can specify the radius value and do OK. Similar way, if you want to add some chamfer on any part body, take the chamfer tool and you can select that edges. So what distance and all you want to take there, you have two options, distance and angle. So you can specify, let me take distance and angle, and we can specify the value of distance and the angle value and do okay. If you want to make second type, you go to this option and take that length. You can select this edge and this particular edge. We can specify the values. Let me put it 3 by 4 and preview. This is how we can add a chamfer by using two different distances also. So that's a distances type. Now we'll see some more tools first, then we'll see how to use stamping tools. So we have rolled walls here. Rolled walls basically for making cylindrical walls, hoppers and all, we can use this type. So let's see how to use rolled walls. So rolled walls, let's take a new file. Part, okay. Let's activate the parameter and do okay. So first I'm taking here a rolled wall. So this rolled wall is required a half circle, or we can say arc. So let's define one sketch. So I'll just make 3-point arc, 1, 2 and 3, and we'll exit, and you can see this will be converted into a wall. So how much depth you require, you can define that one side. If you want to make a mirror extend, we can do both sides, 50 total 100, and we can control that thickness to be which side, how much you have to keep it. You can keep same thickness, half like same like the other concepts, and if you want to take different depths, you can use second limit also. Now I'll use same thing and do okay. Let me make one more, like maybe you have seen some this kind of product. Let me make, you can see and understand. So I'll make one more case here. Let's have some design from here. Let's have a wall like this. I'll try to make this to be exactly tangent with this particular line, and we have to specify the constraint to be tangency. Okay, let's just, now here it's going at above. Let me just delete it and define it again. Let's make from 1, 2 and 3 will join it here. So let's me just adjust it a little bit more again, and we'll just make this to be tangent now. So I'll just use tangency and do okay. So we'll adjust it a little bit more here, okay, and exit. We're going to convert this into wall again, and we'll use rolled wall method, and we'll just do okay. Sometime we have seen this kind of products will be there, two walls, a rolled wall, a sheet metal will be there. Maybe I want to put some holes in this spaces. We can select that. We can add a hole to all and do okay. If I want to pattern, we can also pattern this. If we want to use it, we can select it, and we have transformation feature like in part model. We can select that, and I want to go in one direction only, so we can select this reference body. Along that I want to go. We can reverse the sides. How many counts we require, we can specify the number of counts, and let me do okay here. This is how we can make some part. This may be a sheet metal component. Okay, this is for basically tightening the part. We can use it. Now we have one option is called rolled, like it's a hopper, rolled wall, hopper walls. So let's see how to make different variety of hoppers. We can make it out here. We can learn that how to design hoppers. For designing hoppers, we need two different type of profiles. Let's click on that. We'll understand the option. First is surfacing and second is canonic. So first we'll see how to make canonic, then we'll go to surfacing. Okay, so we require two profiles and two opening points. Let's do it. So here let me create a rectangle object. Let me make it, or we can make circular object as well. Let me create circle here first. I'll make one circle and we'll specify the size of circle that I'm taking here. That should be something 150 diameter. Exit. Now I'll do one more thing. Let me create one point for the opening. So we'll use this point and we can place the point. We can see the direction. This is our, like we can see Z direction only. So we'll make it 150 now. 150 half. I'll take it at. So it is created. So you can see that the location is 75. Okay. Now we'll just take one more plane from existing plane and we can tell the distance. Let me make a distance of 150 and we'll select this plane and sketch on it. So we'll fit to screen and we'll just take one more circle and we'll just create a circle and we'll just specify some diameter to this. Like I'll take exactly 100 and exit. So once the circle is created, we need again a point. So we'll make one more point on this. Again I use same direction. So this time I take 50. So okay, so what happened, just taking that plane, I have to define on this plane. So what we can do, either we just click that side, horizontal side, or what we can do, we can take this height also. This we know that we have taken 150 height. So I'll use coordinate only. So I'll take this to be my y direction. Y direction is 150. So point will become exactly to that coordinate. If you know the coordinates, we can easily create that. Otherwise, you can make from the plane also. So, okay. Now we have 2 points exactly on the same position. Now we can join them by using surface canonic hopper. So we'll go to canonic type and we'll select one profile and second profile. So in which sequence we selected the first profiles, in the same sequence we'll select the point also, one point and second point. This point will be defining your opening. From here we can flat the sheet, we can open the sheets. We'll see the preview. This is how we got our hopper. Okay, you want to make continue more like hopper continuously bottom, you can make draw sketches again, you can continue. Now I want to make to see the flattened view of this part. Normally we can do the bend in other cases, we have the bends, but in this cases we don't have bends. To see the flattened part of this view, we'll use a fold and unfolded view. So this is the final sheet, we have to cut it for making this design. Now we can click back to this fold method. We can see this is how we made it. Now we'll see how to use surfacing method. Surfacing means we are using surface to make a hopper shape. Let's see that. This time let's say change some design. I'll make one rectangle. So rectangle I'm taking, but in this cases whatever we're making, that should be have some like you can say circular kind of things. So let me first define the sizes. Let me take this to be 50 by something 40. Let's take a rectangle shape. I'm going to put corner fillets that will add around on corners. So I'll put some radius here. Let's 10. We add. Okay, now exit. I'll take again one more plane at some distance. So that should be 150 and let's reduce some distance. Okay. So I'll select this plane and sketch on it. We'll again make similar profile on it because hopper mostly have similar profiles. So we'll make one more sketch here. Let's define some size of this. One more thing very important, like when we're making, that should be exactly centered. If it's not centered, aligned, it do not give you results. First this 30 and let's give something to this 25. And I'm going to fillet all the corners. Let me select all the corners. Let me put in radius of 5. And yes. Done. Now we remember the concept of multi-section that we have learned in part modeling. If you've not seen that video, you can go refer my part designing video, a complete tutorial. So from there you can learn how to use the multi-section more properly. So now we'll go to directly the rolled and we'll take surface hopper, and here I'm going to select right, create multi-section. Here we'll select section 1 and section 2. So make sure the closing point should be in and the arrow should be in same direction. Once we seen that properly, we can see the preview. So here we can see something, but it's just making some extra edges are forming here. Okay, that we can see only 4 points are there, but it's making any extra edges because right now the coupling method is working on ratio. That's why it's taking some extra. If you want to take that, we can accept it, but I don't need the extras and all. We go to vertices directly, preview. So it will remove the extra vertices. Okay, so it'll make only limited edges now. Do okay. So it'll make the part and it'll show you the flattened view or exactly what should be your size of sheet you have to cut it for making this part. Let's do okay here. Now if you want to see that like flattened view of this part also, we can do that folded method and we can see that. Now we can unfold back. Now we'll see next we are going to see how to use stamping tools. So let's take new file. Let's create some sheet body, so where we can see the different type of stampings that we can use it. Exit, and we'll just convert this into again by defining sheet metal parameters and okay. So I'll make this into wall object. Okay. So we'll go to stamping tools. We have a lot of stamping tools out there. We'll take the first option is called surface stamp. So we can define some sketches. With that we can do a stamping on the surface of the sheet metal. I'll make a rectangular shape and we'll stamp this on this part body. So you can see the preview here, and here you can control that height you want to take. And even you want to take any angles, you can control that draft here on the part body. And the radius also, by default this radius 2. If you want to change radius or you don't need, you can remove that also. Let me show by removing also. So you can see that without radius. If you need radius, you check these options and control the radius value, do okay. This is how we made that. Now next we'll see. So this is what bead option. So bead is basically arc or circular profiles shapes are there mostly. You can make arcs, you can make circle, you can not circle exactly full circle, half circle line, and like fillets you can use it. That also we can use as a bead. Let me make something in that case. We can have some bead kind of thing. Beads are like circular slots kind of thing. You can see. Let me add some fillet here that we can see corner. Okay. Now let's change this into your bead part. Exit, and we can see the preview how it is added. You can control that the spacing and radius. Okay. Next we have like a curve stamp. You can define any curve and that will be stamped over the part body. Let's create it. So I'll make circular object and we'll see how it will be work, and exit. So you can specify the total depth, height you require. Okay, how much height you want to make it out. Okay. According to angle you can control that. So let me reduce some height to preview. Okay, due to radius is not accepting. We'll just okay. So till height of 6 it is accepting. You can add draft or reduce the draft value, how much you require. Okay, let me expand it more. So that's now we can give some height. Okay, length you can control and do okay. So like this we can make some stamping on the part body like this. Okay, next we have like flanges. If you want to make removing the material from the part and add a flange kind of thing, so we'll just select this option. Let me make one simple rectangle to add a flanges here, and we'll exit. So here you can see this will be added as a flanges. You can define the height of flanges you require, and the radius value you can take what you required it. Preview and okay. Let me increase a little more height. Preview. Okay. So this is how we can make a flange cutout. Then we have similar You can take one more option is there, like flanged hole. If you want to make hole with the flanged size, you can define height and the diameter of the hole, and you can get a flanged type of hole. You can see here. Next we have a bridge shape is there. You want to make a bridge shape, you just take it and select the location where you want to add it. You can specify the height and width. Let me first arrange some width and length. You can change the heights and all. If you want to change, you can see here how it is coming. So you want to change the direction, click on the arrow, it will be go other side. Now you can even change the angle orientation. If you want to take in some angle orientation, you can define that. Let's see the preview how it's coming. This is coming in this way. If you want to take square type, you take square type preview, it will come in such a way. Or maybe you need a rounded type, you take a rounded type preview. So which type is required, you can specify, the bridge will be added. Do okay. Next we have like lower shape. You can make a lower. Let's create something. I will add a lower here. So I'll make a rectangle to define my lower shape. Let's just move it a little bit. Oh, it's just moving apart. I want to move that sketch. I think it's taken a relation, that's just not moving. Let me delete that relation. Now I can move that. So we have to also check that if picking some relation, how we can delete that. Now exit. So here let me define one opening. We have defined one opening line. Let's have opening line and preview. So it will be like this. You want to take with fillet, without fillet, you can control that. Do okay. You can let me give some height also, more height. Preview. Much better now. Okay, we can see this. Now we have some option is there. This we have seen. Now we'll see how to add circular stamp. Normally you can draw a circular part. You have to only just click, it will be add a circle. You can define height, diameters and all. Preview. This is how it will be made. Do okay. Then we have like gusset shape. If you have any stiffener to be added between two walls, you can do that. Let me add some walls. So it's like supports, we can add it. So it's not any additional feature, it's the same metal it is adjusting in that part. We'll adjusting the same metal. We'll select that base, this bend, and you can specify exactly what should be the height, length and all. You want to take it out. Do okay. If you want to control that positions, what you do, you can just go here and click on the sketch part, and you can give the dimension exactly where you want to keep it. That is depend on you. I'll from take this point, let me select properly. So this particular vertex or this edge, and I would take this to be like, for example, 20 distance from that. That's it. So it will be just shifted to 20 distance. So like this we can just define a position of that the ribs that we are applying. Next you have some dowel shape is there. You can select and you can add a dowel shape. You can specify the diameter of it and do okay. Like this we can apply a dowel shape to that part. So this is how we can use our different variety of stamping tools. We have one more tool is called it's user stamp. Let's see one part of this user stamp. So let me create some wall only I require. Let me delete all. So I'll select and delete. So I have this wall, and now I need to go to part design to do that part. So I'll go to part design. So when we come to part design, it do not accept because sheet metal body now. So we have to define a new body here. Then only we can add a that punch shape. We can say that. So I'll go to insert and take a new body, and in this body we'll define the work. Now we can make a sketch. We can use the same faces or plane to draw. So I'll just define how I want to add the feature. Exit, and I'm going to pad this. So let me make both sides so I can select properly. Now let me go just to back to that part design, that sheet metal window, generative sheet metal design. Now once we come here, we can, so this part we have punch. So we'll go to this option and we'll specify, we'll say yes here. Punch, what is punch? This is our punch part. We'll select this body is a punch. You have to define any opening faces, you can specify. If you have more than one opening faces, you can select that. I'll select this face to be open like this, I want to keep it. Then you have to specify the rotation also, how the rotation you're going to do. You can select edges, you can define any rotation if you want to take, or also you define the origin. So you can click anywhere, it will pick some point. Okay, if you don't need later, basically it is need to specify. If not specify, we cannot manage it. If I need the same position, right now position get changed, but if you need to same position, you just position in context and it will become back to that position. So now we can see the preview how it is applied to. Okay, this way the opening has created and it's just added a wall. So this is how we can make a manual user stamp method. So this is all about sheet metal tool. Thank you for watching this video.